I have been to other institutes, but definitely in many ways, it was an eye opener when I attended this your course. In many ways, I should say that. First of all, I like that philosophy that there is no outside world and there is no GMAT world. There is this world, and GMAT is part of this world. So whatever happens here happens throughout the world. There is no GMAT में ऐसा होता है. There is nothing like that. So that is something that has stuck to me. I think you told this in the first or second session, if I'm not wrong, but it has stuck to me from that day. And even when you spoke about the quant, what I figured out is me reading and understanding somebody else's solution is different from me coming up with a solution and being able to deliver, because that same question is not going to come again in the test. So yeah, that was like eye opener. It gives a perspective into the life itself. Many a times we can, why cannot I come up with a solution for the problem that I have instead of Googling everything? Me being in IT, I Google everything out. Course was fantastic. I feel that even in quant, where I'm an engineer, but I'm not that good at quant because I'm a biotechnologist, basically a bioengineer. So my courses were not as quant intensive as the other courses. We had only 2 semesters of mathematics. But then it gave us a perspective. Whenever you solved any question, it was not like that. As an expert, I can do this. Fatafat, 2 minutes mein khatam. Like that. It was not like that. It was like a plain guy who doesn't know anything. How he can get that? How he can get to the answer? It was not like I am an expert. I can solve it in 2 minutes. I would do this. No. You in quant that came out very like open. Like every time you did this, you told this is the first method, this is the second method, and this is the third method. That was like beautiful. I have never seen any quant instructor do that. That is like mind blowing. And that is when I realized that if I read one question, if I read somebody's solution, that is not going to take me anywhere. And one more thing, what you said was like you do the question in brute force method, and then you analyze where you could have shaved off some seconds. I think that is the most important thing in like improving your quant. Basically, that is where many people tell my speed is not getting up to the mark, my speed is not going up, and all those things. I think that is not the right thing to be thinking of. It is like you yourself introspect on what could have you done so that you could have saved off some seconds. And I think it has much higher value than what everyone else says, and you just read one solution and that doesn't stick to you at all. But if you spend that time, it will stick to you. You will have something, some intuition you will acquire, and you can use it further. So that is something so amazing. And even in the beginning of this in verbal sessions, you took one paragraph. I mean, I was mind blown. You took one paragraph and you explained it like I have never seen anybody explain like that. You took it word by word by word, and then you took small sentence and you accrued meaning, and you did it in a way. And you have this amazing way of. This was an online session, but Anish, what you used to do was you said, okay, mark yes or no here, and then till everyone came to yes, you did not leave anyone. Even if 2 people were on no, you asked them, why do you think you are on no? And then you convinced them that this has to be yes, and you took that initiative. And that's wonderful when it comes to this online, because you don't see our faces and you don't know whether I am understanding or not, but you made sure that everyone in your class understands that, and then only you went forward. I think that was brilliant. The reading skill session is an important session which you have to do for CR and RP, and it was very good. And main thing is what you emphasized was if you don't understand itself, first comes understanding, then comes reasoning. in critical reasoning. If you don't understand itself, then there is no point in reasoning anything out, because your understanding itself is wrong, and then you reason out of it and you come to a wrong answer. So the main thing was you have to understand the CR. I think that's the very good thing about CR. And even you said that it is not a platform course and we don't compete with them in the initial sessions, but I feel that your videos, the small things, have been picked up in a meticulous way that that pre-session thing was, I think, amazing. And where you had to focus, you focused. Like I had taken other this courses, platform-based courses, wherein they have like same weightage for everything. They keep many. What is the difference between many, some, most, and those things? And there is a lot of exercise. But many people don't understand. Whereas when it came to negation, it was like a very small thing. You'd just negate. But in negation video, there's a bunch of videos where he clearly explains. CJ, I think, made those videos, and he clearly explains how to negate. I think that nobody teaches. So CR was like that, and RC, well, most of the reading skill, we have to stick on to it to understand RC better. And what I came to know from RC is there is no shortcut, like if I do this, I'll get the question right. There is nothing like that. RC is fundamentally, you have to be strong in your reading and understanding, and then your comprehension automatically goes up. I think many a times we read it fast. Yeah, and the first day you told that what we have to internalize is that oftentimes we read things wrong. We have a wrong interpretation of what we are reading. I think that's very insightful when it comes to RC also. And SC, I should say that it was like eye-opening. Like every word has been like cut, and every small phrase, everything dependent, independent, everything has been cut and been explained so meticulously. It was like, amazing. It was very good. Like most of the times I didn't have any doubts, because you guys made sure that before you move on to any question, AC, you used to ask AC. So that was very good. Like we used to get immediately, I used to write AC. Yeah, there is no better way that this could have been explained. So my GMAT thing being long, I have read many things on GMAT Club. I have used platform courses. I have attended other classes also. But I think in other classes, there will be like, you give them 30 questions, ask them to solve, and then discuss the answers here, and you never get to know what is the thinking behind it. I think what you guys promised and what you have taught is exactly the same. I might not have become a very good quantitative expert or something, but I definitely know how to study for quant, how to study for English. Like others will say 100-point score improvement, 200 points. That's up to an individual. Now, after attending your course, I might say that that's up to an individual. You want 200 score improvement, you have 250 score improvement, that's up to you. But you know how to deconstruct a question now, and you know what to do so that you become a better test taker. I think that's amazing. Like the sessions were not loaded with 10s and 20s and 30s of questions. 3 questions done perfectly. I think that is like, that's amazing. Like that is what teaches us how to think. It's not, we don't want to solve that question, because that question is not going to come again in the GMAT. Yeah, Anish, you are like, whenever I get into your class, one is your voice is so soothing in the morning. That I have to say. For any instructor, that is good. And whenever you solve a question, it is like a Zen master approach. Like, why do you think this is wrong? Why do you think this cannot happen like that? And so I thought that was amazing. And when it comes to CJ, he breaks down the question in such a way that you end up thinking like, hey, what is there in this question to be answered? At the beginning, it is like, oh, what is this? Like, but when he finishes it, like, oh, this was nothing. He makes that like that. So it is like both of you complement each other so well that